Somehow, I feel like this has really big implications, even though it's not much of a story in the news right now. I feel like the implications could be huge. Says Bitcoin skyrockets to fresh record high on a spike in demand from Japan. This could be really big. Not just for Bitcoin, but in other ways. It just something's telling me that this could be really big. Because if the Japanese start moving massive amounts of money into Bitcoin, what could this effect actually be on the Japanese currency and also on currencies in general? I mean, you got to understand something about Bitcoin right off, and a lot of people don't understand this, and it's a fact that I want to clarify right now. When you're buying a Bitcoin, you think you're buying one. It's like you're not. You're not buying one Bitcoin. You're buying 99 million Satachis. That's what you're buying. You're buying 99 million Satachis when you buy one Bitcoin. And so, with that clarifying that fact, an awful lot of currency could move into Bitcoin. Now, each Bitcoin, if you look at it as 99 million Satachis, think of that as $99 million. So now, what's the end game? How high Bitcoin could go? Could be 1 yen per Satachi. Or even, they might even pay 10 yen per Satachi. I mean, how high could this thing go? It's a deflationary currency, and all the other currencies are set up in an inflationary fashion. And so, what Bitcoin then becomes is a monetary black hole that would suck up. It's kind of like if a black hole appeared on the Earth, it would suck up everything into it. Everything that went past the event horizon would get sucked up. And that's what Bitcoin can do. What's the top end value for the thing? I mean, and now that the Japanese are starting to go after these things, just what could happen when they're starting to pull at it, and what happens if China continues to pull at it and America starts pulling at it, and there's only 20 million of these things? What's the end result? What could happen? This actually could be big. So let's read about this. It says Bitcoin skyrockets to fresh record high on a spike in demand from Japan. Bitcoin briefly surged 5.5% to hit a high of $1,422 on Monday, according to CoinDesk. Analyst Alex Sonneborg pointed to a spike in global trading volume, especially from Japan and its Bitflyer Bitcoin exchange. Brian Kelly, founder of Brian Kelly Capital, attributed much more of the move to greater interest from long-term investors. Bitcoin leaped to a fresh record high on Monday, spurred by a jump in global trading activity. The digital currency briefly surged 5.5% to hit a high of 1422 and was last near 1415, according to CoinDesk. So, I show a chart here. Monday's jump is higher, is just the latest example of growing flows into Bitcoin. The biggest driver right now you're starting to see is an institutional investor take a keen interest in the entire sector, said Brian Kelly, founder of Brian Kelly Capital, which recently launched a digital assets fund for an outside investor. I don't think this is hot money. This is real money that's going to sit around and build the new internet, Kelly said, citing his conversation with institutions and other investors. He also noted that consensus in the Bitcoin community has moved in the last several weeks away from Bitcoin Unlimited, which would split the currency into two coins, and toward an upgrade of the existing system known as Bitcoin Core. Analysts also pointed to continued investor interest in other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum that are near record highs, driving further demand. These obscure digital currencies usually must be bought and sold with Bitcoin, Sonneborg said, forcing traders to buy Bitcoin. So, I think that my personal opinion is that Litecoin has a tremendous ways to go. And I think, according to my personal opinion, is that Bitcoin is actually on its way to spiking in value. I think that there is going to be a drop for Bitcoin, and I think that at the bottom of that drop, that's a good place to really buy in. I think that how high this could go eventually is anybody's guess. I think that that Bitcoin is eventually going to be. I've said this before, and it's hard to believe, but I think that Bitcoin could possibly be killed at a certain point, because I think that the ones that actually made it had that in mind, of it being a beta test. But that being said, how high could it go before it finally reaches the point where they want to bring out the version 1.0? And I mean, this could go up to unbelievable heights before it finally gets knocked down. And I think it will ultimately get knocked down. But the thing is buying into this, you're going to have more opportunities in the future, I think, to actually buy into this. I'm not so sure this would actually be a good time to buy into it, because I think it's spiking. But I think it's going to come back down a little bit again later. Probably come back down to 1,200 or something. Or maybe 1150 or something. And that'll probably be your last buying opportunity before it really goes nuts. I'm going to take advantage of that buying opportunity, I think. I don't have much in the way of Bitcoin right now. Not as much as I'd like to have. And I think I'm going to buy one, or try to buy one, when the price comes back down again, if another buying opportunity presents itself. Thank you very much for listening. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next article. Bye for now.